Attraction is not loud. It does not beg for attention, posture for approval, or chase validation in crowded rooms. True attraction is quiet. It is felt before it is noticed. And most men will never understand this because they are too busy trying to be seen instead of becoming solid. Today, we don't speak about surface-level charm or shallow confidence. We speak about something far rarer. We speak about the kind of man whose presence calms chaos, whose silence carries weight, and whose discipline makes him undeniable. These are 4 clear signs you are a highly attractive man, not by appearance but by inner order. Sign 1. You remain calm where others collapse. One of the clearest signs of a highly attractive man is not found in how loudly he speaks, how aggressively he asserts himself, or how much attention he commands. It is found in something far rarer, his calm under pressure. While most men are ruled by impulse, you are ruled by restraint. While others react, you respond. While emotions pull people into chaos, you stand still, grounded, and deliberate. This calm is not accidental, it is forged. We live in a world where emotional volatility is normalized. Anger is celebrated as strength. Impulsiveness is mistaken for authenticity. Yet the man who can pause, who can feel emotion without becoming its servant, operates on a higher level. Ancient thinkers understood this deeply. Epictetus warned that when we allow external events to disturb our inner state, we surrender our freedom. Modern Stoic scholars like William Irvine echo this idea, explaining that emotional regulation is not suppression, but strategic clarity. You are not numb, you are selective, and people feel this immediately. Your calm creates gravity. Your composure slows the room. Your presence signals safety, not because you are passive, but because you are controlled. When conflict arises, others look to you without realizing why. When tension thickens the air, your silence carries more authority than noise ever could. You don't escalate situations, you dissolve them. This is attractive because it is rare, and rarity creates value. A man who cannot control his emotions is predictable, easy to manipulate, easy to provoke. But a man who controls his inner world is unknowable, steady and dangerous in the most disciplined sense of the word. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the strength of a man is measured by how little he is disturbed by things beyond his control. This is not poetic language, it is a psychological truth. The nervous system mirrors leadership. When you are calm, others instinctively regulate themselves around you. We do not need to announce our strength. We do not need to prove our worth. We let our discipline speak. This calm also protects us. It shields us from regret, from destructive decisions made in moments of emotional blindness. We choose long-term respect over short-term release. We choose dignity over drama. And this choice compounds. Over time, people associate you with stability, with reliability, with quiet power. This is why attraction follows you rather than being chased. You are not seeking validation. You are rooted in self-command, and self-command is magnetic. Let others react. Let others burn energy on outrage and impulse. We remain still. We observe. We decide. Because the man who controls his emotions controls his fate. And nothing is more attractive than a man who cannot be shaken. Sign 2. You don't chase attention, you choose silence. Another unmistakable sign of a highly attractive man is this: you are not hungry for attention. In a world addicted to noise, you move differently. Where others broadcast their thoughts, their victories, their emotions, you withhold, not from fear, not from insecurity, but from discipline. We live in an age where attention has become a currency, and most men are bankrupt without it. They speak to be seen, they post to be validated, they react to feel relevant. Yet you understand something deeper. The more a man needs to be noticed, the less powerful he truly is. Ancient wisdom has long warned against unnecessary exposure. Seneca wrote that a man who is everywhere is nowhere. Modern Stoic researchers expand on this idea, noting that restraint in expression strengthens inner coherence. You do not leak your energy into the world, you conserve it. And people feel that restraint immediately. Your silence creates mystery. Your absence creates curiosity. Your selectiveness creates value. You don't rush to explain yourself. You don't defend your choices to the crowd. You don't feel the need to narrate your life. This is not social withdrawal, it is strategic presence. When you speak, people listen because you rarely do. When you act, it carries weight because it is deliberate. You understand that words lose power when they are overused. Silence, on the other hand, sharpens perception. Epictetus taught that we should speak only when our words are stronger than our silence. This principle shapes how we move through the world. We are not passive observers, we are disciplined participants. This makes others uncomfortable at first. People who crave constant interaction often misinterpret silence as arrogance or distance, but over time they realize the truth. Your quiet is not emptiness, it is depth. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. You don't seek applause for your effort. You let outcomes speak, and that is why your presence feels heavier than others. You are not performing, you are being. You are not selling an image, you are living a code. This silence also protects you from emotional waste. You don't argue with fools. You don't explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You don't give access to those who haven't earned it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that most opinions are noise and that peace comes from withdrawing attention from the irrelevant. You embody this discipline in action. Over time, this creates attraction, not the loud, shallow kind, but the deep, gravitational kind. People sense that you are self-contained, that your value does not depend on reaction. We are not invisible. We are unavailable to nonsense. We choose when to speak. We choose who gets access. We choose silence when silence is stronger. Because the man who does not chase attention controls where his energy goes. And a man who controls his energy becomes impossible to ignore. Sign 3. You are emotionally self-governed under pressure. A third clear sign of a highly attractive man is this. You do not fall apart when life applies pressure. Where most men are ruled by their emotions, you are guided by command. This does not mean you feel nothing. It means you refuse to be controlled by what you feel. Anger does not own you. Fear does not steer you. Desire does not hijack your decisions. You experience emotions, but you do not kneel to them, and this is rare. Modern psychology confirms what ancient thinkers already understood. Emotional self-regulation is one of the strongest predictors of long-term success, leadership, and respect. Stoic scholars often highlight this trait as the defining difference between reactive men and formidable ones. We see it everywhere. When things go wrong, most men panic. When they are disrespected, they explode. When they feel uncertain, they overcompensate. But you remain steady, not because you are cold, but because you are trained. You have learned that emotions are signals, not commands. You observe them, name them, and decide whether they deserve action. This inner pause, this moment of restraint, is where your power lives. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. You have taken this seriously. You do not allow chaotic emotions to stain your judgment. You choose clarity over reaction. And people feel this immediately. In tense conversations, your calm unsettles those who expect drama. In conflict, your composure disarms aggression. In uncertainty, your steadiness creates trust. This is deeply attractive because it signals inner authority. A man who cannot govern himself will never feel safe to others, but a man who remains grounded under stress becomes a psychological anchor. People lean toward him without fully understanding why. You don't raise your voice to be heard. You don't threaten to feel powerful. You don't rush decisions when emotions run high. You wait, you assess, you act when the moment is clean. Epictetus warned that when we allow external events to disturb our inner state, we hand over our freedom. You refuse to give that freedom away. No insult, no loss, no provocation is worth surrendering your self-command. This also protects you from regret. Reactive men apologize constantly to others and to themselves. You move with intention. Even when you make mistakes, they are considered mistakes, not emotional accidents. And here is the deeper truth. Emotional control is not suppression. It is refinement. You have felt anger enough times to know it burns the vessel that carries it. You have felt fear enough times to know it shrinks the future if obeyed. So you choose discipline. We choose discipline. And that discipline radiates outward as strength, maturity, and quiet confidence. It tells the world, this man cannot be pushed into becoming someone he is not. That is why your presence feels solid. That is why your words carry weight. That is why others trust you, often before they know you, because a man who governs himself under pressure is not just attractive, he is formidable. Sign 4. You are comfortable being misunderstood. A fourth unmistakable sign of a highly attractive man is this: you do not need to be understood by everyone. This trait is rare and deeply powerful. Most men exhaust themselves trying to explain who they are, justify their choices, or correct every false assumption others make about them. They chase validation through clarification. You do not. You move forward even when others misinterpret your silence, your restraint, or your distance. And that restraint speaks louder than explanations ever could. You have learned a difficult truth. People do not see reality as it is. They see it as they are. Trying to control how others perceive you is a battle that never ends. So you refuse to fight it. This does not come from arrogance. It comes from inner security. Stoic thinkers repeatedly warned against becoming dependent on external opinion. Epictetus taught that if we want to be free, we must release our attachment to how we are judged. You live this principle quietly. You know your values. You know your intentions. That is enough. When you choose a path others don't understand, you do not stop to convince them. When you walk away without drama, you do not narrate your reasons. When you remain silent in moments where others would defend themselves, you let time speak instead. This unnerves people. They expect reaction. They expect explanation. They expect emotional exposure. And when they don't get it, they project their own fears onto you. Some call you cold. Some call you distant. Some assume weakness where there is discipline. You let them. Because you understand something most men never do. Clarity does not require consensus. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that it is possible to live a good life even if no one notices. You've absorbed this lesson deeply. Your self-worth is not built on applause, it is built on alignment between who you are and how you act. This makes you magnetic. People sense that you are not seeking approval, and paradoxically, this makes them more curious about you. The man who explains everything feels transparent and predictable. The man who stands firm without explanation feels anchored to something deeper. You don't overshare. You don't defend your silence. You don't beg to be seen correctly. You allow misunderstanding to exist without panic. This also protects your energy. Explaining yourself constantly is a form of emotional leakage. It drains focus, clarity, and momentum. You conserve that energy for what actually matters: growth, mastery, direction, and when the truth eventually emerges, it does so naturally. Time exposes character better than words ever could. People who doubted you begin to notice your consistency. People who underestimated you feel the weight of your results. People who misunderstood your silence recognize it as strength, and if they never do, you still remain unshaken. Seneca wrote that a man who depends on public opinion places his happiness in the hands of others. You refuse to outsource your peace. You carry it with you. This is why your presence feels grounded. This is why your confidence feels quiet, not loud. This is why people feel you before they understand you. Because a man who is comfortable being misunderstood is a man who cannot be manipulated, rushed, or destabilized. He does not explain himself into exhaustion. He does not shrink to be accepted. He does not perform for approval. He walks his path. And that, more than charm, more than words, more than appearance, is what makes him irresistibly powerful. Join our exclusive community today and become a member. Get early access to videos, members-only content, and a direct path to strengthen your mind, spirit, and discipline. Click the join button now and step into a world of inner growth and unstoppable motivation. If this video resonated with you and sparked something deep inside, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to strengthen your mind and fortitude. Join our growing community of thinkers, warriors, and seekers, striving to master themselves and rise above destructive emotions.